All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate India Energy Week in Bengaluru this morning, to also dedicate to the nation Asia's largest helicopter factory at Tumakaru in Karnataka. First meeting of Youth 20 Engagement Group to begin in Guwahati today. Campaigning gains momentum for assembly elections in Tripura. Filing of nominations for Meghalaya and Nagaland picks up. Rashtriya Swatantra Party decides to withdraw from Nepal's ruling coalition. Party ministers resign en masse from cabinet. And in SAFF Under-20 Women's Football Championship, India-Bangladesh match ends in a goalless draw in Dhaka. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Karnataka today. He will inaugurate the India Energy Week 2023 in Bengaluru. The Prime Minister will also lay the foundation stone of various developmental initiatives. He will also dedicate to the nation Greenfield Helicopter Manufacturing Plant of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited HAL in Tumakaru. The Greenfield Helicopter Factory, spread across 615 acres, the largest in Asia, will manufacture light utility helicopters. The 3-day-long India Energy Week will be held till Wednesday. It is aimed at showcasing India's rising prowess as an energy transition powerhouse. The event will bring together leaders from traditional and non-traditional energy industry, governments and academia to discuss the challenges and opportunities that responsible energy transition presents. It will see the presence of more than 30 ministers from across the world. Over 30,000 delegates, 1,000 exhibitors and 500 speakers will gather to discuss the challenges and opportunities of India's energy future. More details from our correspondent.
Will launch multiple initiatives in the field of green energy. In line with the ethanol blending roadmap, the Prime Minister will launch E20 fuels at 84 retailer outlets of oil marketing companies in 11 states and UTs. E20 is a blend of 20% ethanol with petrol. The government aims to achieve a complete 20% blending of ethanol by 2025. In another initiative, he will also dedicate the twin cooktop model of the Indian Oil indoor solar cooking system and flag off its commercial rollout. Prime Minister will launch uniforms under unbottled initiatives of Indian Oil to phase out the single-use plastic in the country. To create public awareness of green fuel, he will also flag off a green mobility rally, which will witness participation of vehicles running on green energy sources. Sanjeev Jasotia for AIR News, Bengaluru.
The first meeting of the Youth 20 Engagement Group under India's G20 presidency will be held in Guwahati, Assam from today. The summit will provide an opportunity to students to voice their opinions for the audience worldwide. Youth Affairs and Sports Ministry said the 3-day Y20 inception meeting will be held in IIT Guwahati campus. More than 150 youth delegates from G20 countries are set to participate in the meetings. Over 12,000 students from colleges and universities are also expected to participate in these events. Every higher education institution in Assam will also be organizing an awareness drive at 10 nearby schools to sensitize the schools about G20 groupings and functioning. Y20 works with an aim to provide the youth a platform to raise their concerns on contemporary issues. Earlier, talking to reporters in New Delhi, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur had said the Youth 20 Engagement Group will organize pan-India discussions to consult the youth of the nation on ideas for a better tomorrow.
हमने 5 एरिया चुने हैं जहां पर डिस्कशंस होंगी, व्हाइट पेपर भी लेकर आएंगे, फ्यूचर ऑफ वर्क से लेकर पीस रिकंसिलिएशन से लेकर वेल बीइंग, हेल्थ, फिटनेस, इसके ऊपर भी चर्चा होगी। तो मुझे आशा है बहुत अच्छे सुझाव न केवल उस एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप में से आएंगे, हम इस कार्यक्रम को देश की हर यूनिवर्सिटी में ले जाने का काम करेंगे ताकि युवा क्या सोचता है वो जमीनी स्तर से समझकर उनको भविष्य के जो अपना पेपर तैयार करेंगे उसमें भी शामिल करेंगे।
In Tripura, campaigning has gained momentum with the arrival of star campaigners of various political parties. Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah will address 2 election rallies in the state today, while TMC Chief and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, among other leaders, are reaching Tripura for campaigning. Political parties are also making all-out efforts to attract the voters through manifestos and declarations. The Congress, through a 20-point declaration, promised to provide 150 units of free electricity and increase the minimum support price to farmers in paddy procurement if the party comes to power. More from our correspondent.
Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah will address two rallies at Santir Bazar and Khowai today. He will also do a roadshow at Bonamalipur in the evening. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, CPIM leader Manik Sarkar and State Congress President Birjit Sinha will also do campaigning for their candidates. In the 60 members assembly polls, most of the seats are likely to see triangular or multi-corner contest. On the other hand, the Congress and left parties have come together through seat-sharing arrangement. With Kunal Shinde, this is Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Agartala.
Meanwhile, with only 2 days left for filing of nominations for 60 assembly seats of Meghalaya and Nagaland, electioneering is picking up momentum. Both the states will go to polls on the 27th of February. Our correspondent reports that the election campaign in Meghalaya has taken a musical upswing, with political parties trying their best to connect with the voters by hitting the right notes. A report.
Rock band performances are regular feature on the streets of Shillong, but as the elections are approaching, even the remote villages and towns are witnessing a live soiree with people dancing and singing to some of the liveliest campaign songs of candidates contesting elections. The office of the Chief Electoral Officer is also using music concerts to make them aware on no votes for cash. Candidates visit one door to another, seeking votes personally from the electorates in their respective constituencies. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Shillong.
In Nagaland, many political parties which have not been at the forefront in state politics are making an entry in this election. Rising People's Party, North-East Democratic Front, Republican Party of India A and LJP Ram Vilas will be entering the arena for the first time. The Republican Party of India A and the Janata Dal United released the list of candidates yesterday for the upcoming assembly elections. Naga People's Front, NPF, has announced names of 6 more candidates, taking the total to 21 candidates. Congress also added 4 more names to the list, making the total to 25. Aam Aadmi Party said it will announce the intending candidates on the morning of February 7, which is also the last date for filing of nominations. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. Nepal's Rashtriya Swatantra Party RSP has decided to withdraw from the newly formed government led by Pushpakamal Dahal Prachand, with ministers resigning en masse as the rift widened in the ruling coalition. The announcement to this effect was made by RSP President Ravi Lamichhane yesterday after a meeting of the party leaders. The rift inside the ruling coalition started appearing last month after the Supreme Court invalidated the MP post of Mr. Lamichhane after his citizenship was termed invalid by the court. Mr. Lamichhane was also the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs at the time the court delivered the verdict. Mr. Lamichhane had held multiple rounds of meeting with PM Prachand demanding his reinstatement and had threatened to walk out if the demands were not met. Back home, National Investigation Agency NIA has arrested 2 persons from Motihari in Bihar in the Phulwari Sharif Patna case linked to Popular Front of India PFI. In a statement, NIA said the arrests were made after conducting raids at 8 locations to disrupt a conspiracy hatched by PFI cadres to carry out targeted killings in East Champaran district of Bihar. The arrested individuals are accused of arranging weapons and ammunition to carry out the killings. The arms and ammunition were handed over to a PFI trainer, Yaqub, who had been conducting training sessions for PFI cadres. Earlier, 4 persons were arrested in this case and incriminating documents related to PFI were seized. The Controller and Auditor General of India, CAG, is hosting the 6th Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO-SAI Leaders Meeting that is to begin in Lucknow today. Out of the 8 SCO Supreme Audit Institutions SAI member country delegations participating in the event, the heads of SAIs from 4 countries, that is Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, alongside the CAG of India, are expected to take part in the 3-day multilateral event. Controller and Auditor General of India, Girish Chandra Murmu, will lead the discussions on the theme, Integrating Emerging Technologies in Audit. Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Anandiben Patel, will inaugurate the meeting. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that the number of startups in India has grown to about 90,000 from nearly 400 in the last 8 years. He said the National Education Policy 2020 supplements startup ecosystem with the promise to open new career and entrepreneurship opportunities for students and youth. Dr. Singh was addressing a DAV United Festival at Indira Gandhi Stadium in New Delhi yesterday. He said Prime Minister Modi's national education policy is in line with India's global ascent. At least 8 people were killed in avalanches this weekend in western Austria. Authorities in Tyrol and Vorarlberg regions have said avalanche risks are high due to wind and snowfall. Police said there was a plea for caution on the slopes after the avalanche alert level reached 4 on a scale of 5 following several days of intense snow and wind. Authorities said despite the high alert level, many holidaymakers have ventured off the marked slopes. On to sports now. In SAFF Under-20 Women's Football Championship, the match between India and Bangladesh ended in a draw at Dhaka last evening. It was a close contest from the opening exchanges, with many chances created by visitors that could not be converted into goals due to brilliant defensive performance by the hosts. Both the teams got a point each. In its next match, India will take on Nepal tomorrow. At the Khelo India Youth Games in Madhya Pradesh, 2 national youth records were created in athletics yesterday. Delhi's Sonam created a new record in 200-meter steeplechase with a timing of 6.45.71 minutes, while Siddharth Chaudhary of Rajasthan set a new record of 21.04 meters in short put. In athletics, the overall championship in the boys category has been won by Madhya Pradesh and in the girls category by Maharashtra. In the medals tally, Maharashtra is at the top with 79 medals, including 26 golds. Haryana is at the second spot with a total of 53 medals, including 22 gold, and host Madhya Pradesh is third with 53 medals, including 21 gold. In our bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak at 9:30 p.m. tonight, we'll bring you a discussion on Digi Health with additional CEO, National Health Authority, Dr. Basant Garg. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on issues and concerns related to creation of digital health records, Ayushman Bharat health accounts, and other queries related to the topic. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav.
Thank you, Saira. All papers have widely noticed U.S. shooting down a Chinese balloon in its airspace suspected of being a surveillance balloon. The Hindu headlines, U.S. shoots down balloon, Beijing warns of response. Dailies have widely noticed the banning of Chinese apps by the centre. The Tribune informs centre blocks 232 betting loan apps with China links, adding action after security agencies flag data leak extortion. The Statesman quotes the Prime Minister while he was addressing the participants of Jaipur Mahakhel. Sports budget high 3 times since 2014. The Asian Age quotes the PM too in its headline, nothing is impossible for India's youngsters. And finally, some good news for those who love visiting historical monuments. The Hindu writes, ASI decides to form a special panel to trace and certify 24 missing monuments. And with that, it's back to you, Saira.
Thanks, Vaibhav, for the press review. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi to inaugurate India Energy Week in Bengaluru this morning to also dedicate Asia's largest helicopter factory at Tumakaru in Karnataka. First meeting of Youth 20 Engagement Group to begin in Guwahati today. Campaigning gains momentum for assembly elections in Tripura. Filing of nominations for Meghalaya and Nagaland picks up. RSP decides to withdraw from Nepal's ruling coalition. Party ministers resign en-masse from cabinet. And in SAFF Under-20 Women's Football Championship, India-Bangladesh match ends in a goalless draw in Dhaka. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.